this is how they'll line up. On pole position will be Jordan Brown with Martin Auger next to him in second place. Row 2 will be filled by Luke Taylor and Enzo Liu. Row 3 will be Jensen Buckingham and Benjamin Watts. Row 4, Thomas Byrne and JP Sleater. Row 5 will be Harry Torpy and Alex Johnston. Row 6, Remy Gilbert and Vishal Patel. Row 7 will be Lucas Ellingham and Benjamin Southgate. Row 8 and rounding out the field will be Marcus Smith and William Smith. So with Martin Auger on pole position, will he get a good start? Jordan Brown, I believe, crossed the lines first. And we are racing. There is no there's no going round again, shall we? So there's no false start flags being thrown around at all. Massive lock up and a nice move at the inside by the 174 Luke Taylor, but I think he's going to lose out on that one. Jordan Brown coming back at him as one of the drivers tries to come back on the circuit, spins, causes a couple of other drivers to have a bit of an off as well in sympathy. And there's even a driver coming on the left-hand side. So that's the 77 Enzo Liu. He was on the front row in the 16 of William Smith, our only novice driver in this particular X30 senior heat. And there is a driver off the outside of the
Ashby.
Ashby. I was just trying to see if they could see it at all, but not for the time being.
I want to say it was Martin Auger, but we'll wait and see him come through, just because his start was so poor. It looked like he had no waft at all in that kart, so maybe just pulling over and realising a technical fault. Nope, Martin Auger there, now in P11. Just didn't get a great start then, did Martin? Dropped back a few positions there, just going up the straight. Seems to get swamped a little bit, so not sure if that was something mechanical or maybe just got caught napping, but down to P11. A couple of people pulling off. It was Thomas Byrne and William Smith now out of the race. William Smith pulling into the pits, and it was Thomas Byrne who had pulled up alongside the track at Ashby.
Harry Torpy's gone from 9th place all the way up into 3rd over the course of the last lap and a half. I actually did have to go on my laptop to double check that that was actually him, but it is, as the 174 Luke Taylor now does go into the race lead, and Harry Torpy lunges up the inside of Luke Taylor, who loses 2 positions over the space of about 10 feet, and it looks like potentially another one with Jensen Buckingham very interested in trying to take that last podium spot away from what is now floundering Jordan Brown. He might be able to get it back together, but as they go towards Christmas Corner, there's a big look up the inside. There's a big lunge up the inside as well by Jensen Buckingham, who gets the right position from him, and now will try and chase forward on to the back of the likes of Harry Torpy and Luke Taylor.
Indeed, Lucas Ellingham, you can see there in 5th place, now just starting to get involved. But yeah, Harry Torpy moving his way through the field does not surprise me at all. Currently 3rd in the championship is Harry Torpy, 661 points. Only 11 points off of 2nd place of Thomas Fleming, who is not here today. And there you see him go down the inside of the boot, taking the lead of the race. Just about squeezes out the 174 of Taylor at the apex. Luke Taylor having to settle for 2nd there, and Harry Torpy into the lead. Lucas Ellingham as well, up to 4th place on that lap. So now we've got a brilliant battle for the lead here. How many karts is that? 7? And almost 8 karts now. Another driver chasing down, I believe that's Southgate. Indeed, Benjamin Southgate in 8th place chasing down this group. So all hotting up and still a lot of time to go.
Lucas Ellingham was a driver that just sort of appeared out of nowhere going into the boot and is just not messing around at all by carving through the order. You can see him getting really involved. But look at this. Oh, there was always going to be a little bit of contact as they looked like they were going to go broken. 2 or 3 wide. And the number 50 kart, that is Jensen Buckingham, who was having such a good race earlier on. Unfortunately, not having such a good mid-race. That again, Lucas Ellingham not messing around at all. Seems to be one of his favoured moves, and gets himself up to 2nd place already with 6 minutes to go. Exactly,
Lucas Ellingham made his way through that pack nicely, got ahead just before all the commotion started. So yeah, frustrating for Buckingham there. As you said, had a brilliant start to this race. Some good moves, moved his way up to battling at the front, but yeah, just 3 into 1 doesn't go, a bit of contact, and you saw one kart just got fired across, the other one made contact with his front right wheel and immediately broke the track rod. So not going to be continuing, and as you can see there in the background, his kart is pulled off of the circuit. The 23 getting overtaken now, that's JP Sleater, I believe, down to 48, making another move as well. That's Johnston up a couple of positions. And there you go, Lucas Ellingham makes the move there on Harry Torpy into the boot, and he's going to hold that inside line, keep the momentum going, and there he goes to start a new lap in the lead.
Yep, started in 13th place, and probably means that's what, about 4 positions on average per lap that he's made up, and got into this race lead. I wouldn't be surprised if we see him pull away, but Harry Torpy, a very fast driver indeed. He'll be trying to pile all the pressure on if he can. Maybe he just didn't expect Lucas Ellingham to be there as quickly as he possibly was. But we'll wait and see whether Lucas can really put the power down and pull it away, as Harry Torpy and Luke Taylor will probably start to fight between themselves for 2nd place now.
Exactly, yeah, the pace of Lucas Ellingham is just unbelievable. Like we were saying earlier, the X30 Senior Championship is a little bit like Lucas Ellingham, and then everyone else. Currently starting this round of the championship. You see him move up the inside. There's a 23 going through on the 48. That's JP Sleater retaking the position on Alex Johnston as they go through to start a new lap. But as I say, starting this round, it's Lucas Ellingham on 797 points. Closest to him is Thomas Fleming, who isn't here today, on 672 points. So 120 points separating the two front running in the championship. So Lucas Ellingham, again with another win here, continuing to dominate and extend that lead in the championship.
Be interesting though, we haven't on any of our paddock shows, I don't think we've been able to have a chat with Lucas.
No, we never have.
We haven't ran into him yet, have we? It would have been really interesting to see whether this is his main focus for the year, or whether he's sort of just dropping in and out and still leading by that kind of margin.
Well, I think I'm 99% sure. Oh no, is that Harry Torpy? It is indeed. Harry Torpy's come to a halt. I would assume something wrong with the kart there, because he was nowhere really near anyone. He wasn't having a proper nip and tuck battle. They were more following line astern. So something going pop bang on the kart, I think, and that's Harry Torpy's championship fight. Again, slipping away. He's third in the championship at the moment. Could have jumped up to second with Thomas Fleming not being here, but that's not going to happen in this race. He's not going to get too many points out of this one.
No, but there is obviously a final that he has to really be focusing on getting out for now, hasn't he? There's no B finals. He doesn't have to worry about that. He is literally straight into the main event. But you still need the kart to be able to be working properly, as we see a nice little move there by the 23 JP Sleater on the 15 of Benjamin Southgate. Got a time in third place thanks to Harry Torpy unfortunately not being able to finish this particular battle. But this time now slipping down into fifth.
Yeah, you can see momentum as well, working its charm, dropping a couple of positions for Southgate. Earlier we saw JP Sleater losing a few positions, and there's another move, another position loss for the number 15 of Southgate there. Up the inside at Christmas goes Alex Johnston. Yeah, JP Sleater we saw earlier in the race losing a couple of positions, now moving his way back through nicely up into fourth place. But Ellingham now with almost 1.5 seconds lead at the front. I think that's going to extend even more by the end of this lap. 2.5 minutes to go. This is definitely the battle to keep our eyes on.
Yeah, no, and we're hopefully going to be keeping our eye on it, because I think it's safe to say Lucas Ellingham, with not much of a threat now at the front end of the field. Luke Taylor's trying his best, but unfortunately the gap just keeps eking out that little bit more each and every lap. We've got a fair few drivers who have unfortunately retired as well. We've got Harry Torpy, Enzo Lube, Jensen Buckingham all out, Thomas Byrne and William Smith also in the pit lane. So 5 drivers in total not been able to make it to the end of this particular race, which is always a bit of a shame. And I think that's the highest amount of drivers we haven't seen finish the race so far today, which is never nice.
Exactly, and definitely the highest percentage as well on a grid with 14, with 5 going out. It leaves 9 runners still out there on circuit, and the fact that there's still only 9 out there but we're still getting battles like this is absolutely fantastic. It's great to see. You can see here the 48 of Johnston and the 15 of Southgate still battling, but then battling has allowed for Patel and Sleater in third and fourth to just pull away slightly. Ellingham and Taylor in a bit of no man's land by themselves, or 1.5 seconds between themselves, and then 1.5 seconds back to Patel there in third. Here he is, the 95 up to Christmas corner, is going to lose out on that podium place though. 23 of Sleater back down the inside and back up to third place. So making up for those positions lost earlier in the race, making some good points from this heat.
Yeah, no, it's a good move that, wasn't it? Nice and efficient, no messing about. Textbook up at Christmas corner by JP Sleater, and he'll be hoping to take a little bit of advantage from obviously the fact that a couple of the other drivers haven't necessarily had the race that they were hoping for. And with a minute to go, roughly, the time does change every so often, but I think about a minute and 5 seconds to go is about right. No, there we go, 40 seconds. A little bit confusing, but we can see that there is a change for that podium position now. The rest of it seems to have settled itself down just a touch, but like you were saying before, John, potentially this one here between Southgate and Johnston is the main battle out on circuit, and Southgate does make that move to go up the inside and take 5th position away from Johnston for the time being.
Indeed. Good little battle there. Again, it's kind of splitting off into 2x2s, aren't they now? With third and fourth having a nice little battle. Still a little bit of gap between them though. But this 5th and 6th battle, definitely the closest one out on track. Johnston was third place in Heat 1 yesterday, so clearly has good pace. Harry Torpy, P2, and of course Lucas Ellingham was in P1. Harry Torpy sadly out of this one on a mechanical failure, we do believe. But Lucas Ellingham enters the last lap. You can see the marshal there holding out the last lap number plate as they go round for one more lap of this beautiful Whilton Mill circuit.
Luke Taylor hasn't really been dropped as much as potentially we all thought
No.
he would by Luke Ellingham, and in fact on that previous lap he was actually about a tenth, maybe 2/10 quicker than Ellingham. So the gap, he's not invulnerable. Is Lucas Ellingham? There is potential if you can catch him on the wrong day, maybe that the likes of Luke Taylor and obviously Torpy will be able to give him a little bit more of a fight, but it wasn't quite to be this time round. But it has been an absolute brilliant drive by Lucas Ellingham. Not take anything away. He takes the checkered flag. He takes the race victory. He came from 13th on the grid to do it as well. Very, very good drive by Ellingham. He'll be having good confidence, good momentum going into the final couple of heat and final.
Definitely, definitely. However, I'm going to disagree with you there. I don't think he has any chink in his armour. I think he was saving his tyres at the end there because he realised he had such a big lead. There's no need to waste these tyres, chucking it in and holding it on the ragged edge because he started lapping nearly a second slower than his fastest lap. I don't think that's on lack of pace. I think that's on saving the tyres, in my opinion.
I was trying to give the rest of the field a little bit of something to hold on to, but yeah, you're probably right, I'll be honest.
Yeah.
Speaking of the rest of the field, Luke Taylor ended up in second, JP Sleater was in third, fourth, Vishal Patel, fifth, Benjamin Southgate, sixth, Alex Johnston, seventh, Remy Gilbert, eighth, Jordan Brown, ninth, Martin Auger, 10th, Harry Torpy, but obviously he DNF'd. We'll read out the other drivers who ended up DNF as well. Enzo Liu, Jensen Buckingham, and I believe in the pit lane finished Thomas Byrne and William Smith. So, yeah, a few too many drivers probably not really finishing the race, which is a bit of a shame, but hopefully we'll see them out a little later on. And as Lucas Ellingham pulls up into the pits, he obviously has to do the normal checks, make sure that he hasn't got anything wrong with his front nose cone or anything else. Doesn't look like he does from our camera angle anyway.
That was quite funny because they used to have little speed bumps there on the entrance to the pit lane there where you had to really turn left, right, left to try and miss them because they were proper high. And I just saw Lucas Ellingham do that. Even they've been taken away now. He still did it just on instinct, not really thinking about it. Still went left, right, left as he came into the pits there.